Hello. Hi Satya, welcome to the chat. Hi Grace, welcome to the chat. Hi Divya, welcome to the chat. I see you guys are already here. Okay. Just when I tried to start the stream, the internet was very slow. So it delayed by a few minutes. Okay. I hope it stays stable after this. Let's begin. Fine. So those who joined yesterday, hi Divya again in the vertical stream. So those who joined yesterday, need to switch to a good provider. Yeah, I need to switch to a good provider. Okay, so those who joined yesterday, we did the observer design pattern yesterday, right? So we are kind of doing the same thing today. I kind of messed up yesterday. I didn't give proper definitions and all. This is new for me also. Like the teaching theory is new for me. Whatever we did previously, right? These other courses, the React.js, Java Stream, Java multi-threading, they were all programmatic. So it was kind of easier. But this is a little theoretical, so I realized I didn't mention definitions and all. So I deleted that video. I mean, I unlisted that video. This will be the official video, okay? So those who watched the previous video, ignore it. Come to this one directly. Fine. So let's start that then, and we'll see how it goes, how much internet is there, okay? So for those of you who don't know me, I'm Shibin. I'm a Java developer. I have like around 9 years of experience in the industry. I also do React.js, so I'm a full stack developer. I'm also interested in Docker, DevOps, right? So I do that also. So that's a quick intro. And you guys saw the past courses already. These are the past courses that we did so far. One in Spring Boot, React.js full stack. Then there was a Java Streams playlist where we learned about Java Streams API, and then the multi-threading, Java multi-threading we learned. Okay, so today we are going to look at design patterns, and this is the first one, observer design pattern. Okay, and if you guys like this content, if you are new to the stream, this content, subscribe if you like it. Okay, fine. So let's go. So let's start with the definition, right? So the definition of design patterns. So design patterns are solutions to problems. Okay, so what solution to what problem? So let me remove this. So they are reusable solution to common software design problems. Okay, so to understand this definition, let's look at some examples. Okay, let me go down. So here are some use cases. Okay, so there are some, each of these 5 items are different problems that keep reoccurring in the design world. Okay, so let's see. The first one is a publisher subscriber problem, like YouTube notifying all subscribers when a creator uploads a video, or if an Instagram content creator posts a new post, right? Then all of those who are following that content creator gets a notification, right? So that is also a publisher subscriber problem. There's a publisher subscriber. So all these kind of use cases we can solve with a design called as observer. Okay, that's actually what we are looking into today. Okay, so there is another type of problem where you can have multiple ways to do the same task. Okay, that's the second one, like choosing different payment methods at checkout and things like that, right? So in these kind of problems, you can like have multiple ways to do the same thing. So here we are doing payment using either UPI or card or wallet, right? So there are many different ways. So that pattern is called a strategy pattern, right? You have to design a strategy as to should I use this strategy, UPI strategy or card strategy, wallet strategy, right? So that's called a strategy pattern. Then another example is only one shared resource problem, like having a single global printer spooler. Like you need to have only one entity in the whole system, right? And everyone should contact that single entity. There shouldn't be a duplicated entity. So for example, you are storing a configuration of a system, like shared config properties you are storing somewhere. So that is also like a single entity in the whole system. When you do something like that, that pattern comes into singleton pattern. Okay, Ramu Ram said hi Ramu. And fourth item, so object creation varies based on input. So for example, you enter in the input saying I need to create a truck object or like a ship object. You give a command in the input, right? Based on that input, it should create the object. So for example, in a REST request, you give that, okay, I want a truck object of like size 5 or something like that. and then it should create a truck object. If let's say you take cases of like the usual oops inheritance they explain, right? Animal, dog extends animal, cat extends animal. So if you're probably buying medicine for your dog, so you have to go to the dog class, right? Things like that. So when it comes to that kind of problems, we call it a factory method design pattern. Okay, so you see we already saw four different types of patterns. Okay, so the last one is add features without changing original code problem, like adding toppings to a pizza dynamically. So if you guys have seen the McD kiosk, right, where you can order, when you keep adding stuff to the, let's say you ordered a hamburger, then you say you need extra patty, then you say you need extra onion, and you say extra ketchup, something like that. Each time you modify the object, so if you see in the core it's an object, right? Burger object, you are adding onion object to it. So it's actually adding toppings or like values on top of an existing object, right? So that kind of design pattern is called as a decorator design pattern. Okay, so these are all kind of like behavioral patterns. We will see more. Actually, we'll go very deep into each of these design patterns. So today we are looking at observer, right? So we'll go back to the definition. Probably now we'll understand. Okay, so these are the reusable solutions. These design patterns are the reusable solutions to common software engineering like design problems. Okay, fine. So let's move away from the definition of design patterns and go to observer pattern. Where is it? Yeah, here it is. So let's go to the definition of observer design pattern. Okay, so observer design pattern, the observer pattern lets one object automatically notify many dependent objects whenever it changes. Okay, so this one object which changes, right, it's called as the publisher. Okay, and the dependents who are there on that object, it's called as subscriber. Okay, and whenever the publisher changes its state, that is when the subscribers get notified. Okay, so the key terms here are publisher and subscriber. So always remember, if you see any system where there is some kind of publisher and some kind of subscriber, like an event is event happens in the system and someone wants to keep watching or like observing that event, it's an observer design pattern. Okay, so this happens in many cases. You might want to, for example, have a sync between two systems, right? So whenever something changes in one system one, you want to send that state to system two, saying that okay, I have changed. So you also update your state there. So for example, again we'll go back to classic example, YouTube, right? Whenever I publish a video, all my subscribers get notification, right? Like Fastorial published a new video, right? So in this case, I am the publisher and you guys are the subscribers. So literally you are the subscribers to the state. Okay, and we'll see some examples. Okay, so the first example, classic YouTube channel, and the subscriber in it is, as you know, channel subscriber, right? So in case of Twitter user, the subscriber is whoever is the follower. The Twitter followers are the subscriber. You can follow the followers of a specific user are his respective subscribers. And then in an Instagram account, again, the Instagram account followers are the subscriber. Okay, fine. So that's all the definition and examples of observer design pattern. Okay, so now let's try to implement it with the application. Okay, so those who joined yesterday's thing, I made some few changes to the question. Where is it? Here it is. Okay, this is the question. I made some changes so that it will be easier for everyone to understand. Okay, so we are going to design a YouTube notification service. Okay, and bracket observer pattern, because we are going to demonstrate that pattern. And the question is, design and implement a simple command line YouTube notification system that lets subscribers subscribe to YouTube channels either via email or push. Okay, so subscriber can say that send me notification via mail or via push. So for those of you who don't understand what push is, so if you have a mobile phone, you get notification whenever someone sends, right? That is called push notification, because it's not SMS or email or any other, it's not a WhatsApp message or nothing like that, right? It's actually push notification. They are called push notification, which you get inside the app. Okay, so that is the first thing. So subscribers can subscribe to YouTube channels. Excuse me. And the second task that needs to be done is let the channel owners publish videos. Okay, so any channel owner can be publishing videos. So videos or posts actually. So there is this concept of posts in YouTube. If you guys are aware of it, you can add poll or post saying like we are going to start something new. You can put an image and write text in it. It's called posts. Okay, and then the third one is automatically notify all subscribers subscribe to that channel. Okay, so whenever the channel owner posts a new content, it should immediately notify all the subscribers. Okay, that's the use case. Okay, so first thing, let's start with the flow diagram. Okay, so YouTube is the system here. Fine, so in the middle of it all, YouTube is the system. So can you guys guess what is on the left side and what are these two people on the right side? Okay, left is Fastorial. Okay, that is correct. So left is actually the YouTube channel like Fastorial, and right is us. Right. The right side is the subscribers. So there are two types of subscribers, right? The email subscriber and push notification subscribers. Okay, so that's correct. Fine. So this is the simple flow diagram. There is nothing very complicated in this observer pattern. You just have the subscribers on the producer, the publisher on the left, and the subscriber on the right. Okay, simple. Now let's move on to the next item, right? We will check how the input and output is. Okay, so the input is supposed to be in system.in, as in you are supposed to type a command like subscribe to Fastorial, something like that. Okay, so that is the input, and output is actually printed, like it will just print a message saying subscribe to Fastorial. Okay, it's not actually going to do in a REST API or anything like that. Fine. So this is the example console interaction. So first we'll have a command which says subscribe to subscribe for email notification, and I am my email ID is shibin@gmail.com, and I give the channel name saying Fastorial. Okay, so when I say like this, it should say subscriber added for email notification, and the subscriber's mail ID is this, whatever it is, and then the channel name is Fastorial. Okay, that will be the first command. And then there is subscribe push. So I say that Shibin's iPhone, my iPhone, I want to subscribe for push notification to the same Fastorial channel. I'll get a similar, output saying it's subscribed. And then I will create a publish kind of message where I say that for the Fastorial channel, publish a message saying this is the video title, okay, saying observer design pattern. There is a video title observer design pattern which I have posted. So just to know what kind of content it is, I say that it's video. Okay, and then when I publish it, whoever has subscribed to the channel, right, Fastorial, so whoever is the email notifiers, email people, they will get message. Similarly, the push people also will get message. Okay, that's it. And then in the end, we try to also publish AI videos. There is I just have an arbitrary channel name called AI videos, and there is some brain rot video that nobody wants to watch, and I am trying to publish a post into it. Okay, and simply it says that no, there are no subscribers for the channel AI videos. That is okay. That's it. And then when you hit exit and hit enter, it is supposed to end the program. Okay. So I hope this is clear for everyone. If you guys have doubts about what this whole thing is, just let me know. Okay. So I'll move on to the class diagram next. Okay. So we have on a higher overview. Okay, we'll go one by one. I thought I can keep both in the screen. It's not coming. Fine. So we have the publisher, right? This guy publisher interface, and we'll have one interface for the subscriber, right? Always the key terms there are only two entities in this whole system. There is a publisher, there is a subscriber. Okay, so we have a publisher interface and we have a subscriber interface. Okay, so for the publisher interface, can you guys guess what are the functions that will be there in this publisher interface? So if I write an interface for a publisher, what all functions can this guy execute? Can you guys guess it? At least one or two, maybe. Publish, okay. Subscribe, okay. Notify, okay. Okay, those are good guesses so far. Okay, so let's see what it is actually. Okay, so we have subscribe, as you guys told. There is unsubscribe also. Yeah, dispose. That is the unsubscribe part, right? It does the same thing as subscribe. And then the notify function, right? So notify function just says that notify to those who are the subscriber, right? The notify subscribers function. So publish that you have mentioned wouldn't be inside this interface at all. So publish is a system thing, as in the publisher publishes, correct. So what you're mentioning is correct. So he's doing the publish operation, but what is the thing that you want to do? So for example, you can add the publish action here, but then the publish action would, in essence, kind of be maybe in the video interfaces, right? Or like the content class. So content class will have the publish. So content.publish will then call publisher.notify subscribers, right? That would be the case, right? So I think that is how it would be. Okay, fine. So, and in the concrete class, this I will reveal what it is. So first of all, we need a map which stores a mapping of who are the, what the channel name is, and then who are the subscribers to it, right? So you need to have that mapping which says for this channel, for Fastorial, this is the list of subscriber. For let's say PewDiePie, who is the topmost YouTuber or something, he has this many subscribers. For Mr. Beast, these are the subscribers. Okay, so we have the map which says channel to list of subscriber mapping. Okay, it's the data which will have, and then it will obviously inherit all the other functions also from the interface. Okay, so if you guys are not aware why I put minus and plus in class diagrams, minus means private variable, plus means public variables or functions. So all of this subscribe, unsubscribe, notify subscribers are public functions. This map will be a private variable. Okay, fine. Now let's move on to the subscriber interface and see, can you guys guess what function might be here in the subscriber interface? By the way, those who are watching the vertical video, you can switch to the full screen video also. The link is there in the description if you guys are interested. Listen. Okay, so correct. So subscriber interface listens. So the thing is, subscribers do listen to activities, but they don't. There is no one invoking the listen, right? It's actively listening. You don't need to keep calling the listen function in order to listen to it. Okay, so the answer will be add a listener. No, so that's the thing here. There is no listener per se. It is always push. Like the publisher is going to push the notification. Nobody is going to listen. So the the subscriber is not going to actively say that I'm going to keep listening to the topic. He just subscribed and left. That's it. He can even shut down his phone or like get off. He need not be actively listening. That's the whole concept, right? So the publishers always push the notification to the subscriber. So when they push the notification or push the state, whatever event it is, it's actually a send notification. So the publisher is going to call send notification, and then he'll give like this content title, like the video title, and the content type. What type of content? Is it a video or a post? Something like that. Okay, so this will be the thing on subscriber. So the subscriber never needs to be tied to the listener, the publisher, and keep listening to it. It's always this way. sorry. So how do I say? It's always going to be pushing from here to here to the subscriber. So it's going to be in this direction, left to right always, right? So there is never going to be a pull. So if you want to say listen, it's going to be a pull, right? You have to pull the notification from publisher. That's not going to happen. Okay, fine. So delete this one, and uh, for the concrete classes, we will just have some few variables like type and destination ID. So the type is the type of subscriber. So this will just hold a variable saying I am an email subscriber. Similarly, the push subscriber will say a variable saying I am a push subscriber. That's it. It's needed because whoever is publishing, right, they might want to know what kind of subscriber this guy is. So for that you have that. Okay, and the destination ID is actually the kind of the email ID. For destination ID here, it is the email ID, and for destination ID for a push sender, it is going to be like the device ID or something, right, where the notification needs to be sent. Okay, hi Satya on the vertical stream, hello. Okay, so if you see, there are two more extra functions here in the concrete classes. That is, the send notification gets implemented as it is. Then the remaining things are whatever they are getters for the fields. Okay. Okay. So all diagrams and everything is done. Now we can start coding. Okay. So if you guys have any questions, I'll give like a minute. You guys can think and put the question in the chat. Okay. I will respond to them. Okay, I see you guys put let's go. Fine, so let's start. Okay, so let me go to STS, my favorite ID, and let's create. So let's start with the interfaces. Okay, we'll create the publisher and subscriber interfaces first, and then we will create the concrete classes for that. Okay, so new class package, I will put it into com.fastorial. The design patterns, and in that I'll keep I'll put it directly in observer, right? Observer design pattern, and I'll create publisher. Okay, it's going to be an interface. Okay, IntelliJ VS Code. No, only Eclipse STS. Fine. So publisher has subscribe, unsubscribe, notify subscribers, right? So let me write that public void subscribe. Okay, and what does it take in as input? It takes the channel name and the subscriber itself, right? So I'll just put that here, channel name and subscriber. Okay, the subscriber object, interface we didn't create it when we create this RL resolve. Okay, and there will be an unsubscribe function which will also take the same parameters. If you see here, unsubscribe also takes the same parameter, channel name and subscriber, and then notify subscribers. So public void notify subscribers, and that will have the channel name, content title, and content type. Okay, so it will be string channel name, string content title, and I'll create a enum for the content type. Okay, content type. Fine. So let's now create the missing items. Anyway, we have to create the subscribers. This one, right? The subscriber interface we need to create next. Let's create that. Create interface subscriber. Okay, and I'll create it in the same package and call it subscriber. Finish. And the subscriber has just one function called send notification. Let me copy this as it is. Okay, public void send notification, and the title will be string, content type will be content type itself. Okay, so this guy has only one function. I wrote that one function. Fine. So let's create again the missing items. The next missing item is content type. This will be an enum. Create enum. Okay, and I'll put it into the enums package, and it's content type. So content type can either be a video or a post, right? Two types of content. In future, if you want, you can add more also. Okay, and let me import it. I'll import it here also. Command Shift O or Control Shift O in Eclipse. Okay, imported. So the interface is ready. Shorts. I didn't understand shorts. You mean you want to put this as short? Okay. Content type. Oh, you mean content type shorts. It's not in the question. What you're saying is correct only. There are many different content types, but our question just has two types. Only the video and post is what it's asking. So we'll stick to it. Okay. We can, you guys can actually take this as homework. Like if a short come in, how do you handle it? Okay. Fine. So let's start writing concrete classes. So first I'll write the YouTube class. So YouTube class, let me write it here. New class and YouTube. It's actually going to be YouTube channel actually. Okay, so YouTube, is it YouTube channel or YouTube? Okay, it is YouTube itself because it's not the channel that is going to, let me think. Yeah, it is going to be channel only, correct. So YouTube channel, because you can subscribe to a channel only, cannot subscribe to YouTube itself, right? Okay, so YouTube channel. And then click finish. In here, I'll do implements publisher. Okay. Yes. Okay. So it's showing error because I haven't added the unimplemented methods. Let me add that. And there are two methods or three methods here, right? Okay. So let's implement them. So for that, first we need this map, which says map of channel, comma, list of subscribers, right? So let me create a map for that. So map of channel will be the channel name. It will be a string and then list of subscribers. Okay. And this will be like, let's call it the channel map. Okay. Fine. And the implementations are going to be very simple. Okay. So if you see here, whenever someone calls subscribe, you just do channel map dot put and then whatever is the channel name, right? To that you have to add the subscriber. To that list you have to add the subscriber. So first you have to get the list itself. So I'll get the previous list, right? So list of subscriber, existing subscribers dot get channel name. So first I'm getting the existing subscribers for this channel. And to that, I prefer prefixing interface names with I for readability. Oh, that's a nice coding practice. Yeah, I'll also probably try to implement that. Thank you. Okay. And to that existing subscribers, I will add this new subscriber who came in. Okay. And then I'll put this back to this thing. Channel map.put, and then you put the new list into this. Correct. New list into this map. Okay. So now the new guy will be added. So there can be only one thing missing here. So let's say there is no, this is the first subscriber to the channel. Okay. Then this list might be empty. So for that, what you have to do is there is this function called get or default. So it will either get the existing list, or if there is no list, it will just give you a new array list. Okay. So if you guys have confusion here also, let me know. Okay. So we either get the list of subscribers for that channel, or we create a new list if no subscribers exist. Okay. Fine. So in the channel map, we put that value and that's it. That is a subscription. Now for unsubscribe, it's going to be the opposite of that. Okay. So what you're going to do is the same thing. Okay. It's almost the same thing, But then instead of existing subscriber dot add is going to be existing subscriber dot remove. Okay, that's it. So that is unsubscribe. Okay, so you get the existing subscribers list, and from that you remove this subscriber, and that's it. So here, could it be possible that if this is a new list, right? Because if it's empty by default, it's going to create a new list. So in the new list, if I try to remove an object which doesn't exist, will it throw error? I don't know. Let me try to read the removes the first occurrence of the specified object if present. If the list does not contain the element, it is unchanged. Okay, then fine. We don't care, right? So if the element is not there, it is unchanged. So we don't care. So Divya says remove all subscribers. No, we'll remove only one, because for this channel name, this subscriber want to unsubscribe. So let's say only you want to unsubscribe from Fastorial. I shouldn't be unsubscribe everyone else, right? So that's the concept here. Is that clear? Okay, I'll come back to that. If everybody unsubscribes, remove key. Oh, you mean like that? We can try that, but that's going to get very verbose. The only, that happens automatically, I guess. It wouldn't happen automatically. It will just be a new array list. It will be an empty array list for that key. So it will just be like, let's say everybody unsubscribe from Fastorial. Okay, it will just be a, Fastorial will be pointing to an empty array list. That's it, of size 0. So what Divya is asking is, why not just remove this key itself? Yeah, so I don't see any much benefit from that, but we writing that code is going to make this very verbose, so I'll just ignore it. Okay, fine. Okay, then let's move to the next one. Oops. Notify subscribers, right? So for notify subscribers, now we are going to do the actual observer design part, okay, in the notification. Let me minimize all this unwanted stuff, or like basic stuff. Okay, so for notify subscribers, what we are going to do is, first of all, I need this code. First of all, get this list, okay, of existing subscribers. I'll get this list of existing subscribers, and then for each subscriber, in existing subscribers, oops, I'll do sub dot, where is that function? Send notification function. Okay, and you send the content title and content type. See, it's even auto-filled. That's it. So oops, so what you guys can understand now, right? So you get the existing subscribers for that channel, and when someone says that, you know, some content title like a video is posted and that content types video, you just send a notification to that subscriber that this has happened. Okay, so simple, so easy. So we have completed the YouTube, you know, the concrete class. This concrete class is fully done. Okay, there is nothing else to write here. So if you guys have any questions, post it, or we'll move on to the next one. Okay, so no questions I see. So let's move on. Let's now write the concrete classes for email subscriber and push subscriber. Okay, so we have to write 2 implementations, right? So as Divya said, let's first of all make this as iPublisher. Okay, it will be easier for everyone. So iPublisher, and let me refactor. So I'm actually refactoring for those of you. So if you go to right click, then refactor, then there is this rename option. So I actually use this shortcut, option shift R or alt shift R on Windows. Okay, and then you just type the new name here. So I just add an I and hit enter. Okay, so this will actually rename it wherever it is. So if I go to YouTube channel now, so you see it says implements iPublisher. Okay, simple tip. Okay, so now for iSubscriber, I have to write an implementation. So I go here, right click, new class, and the first type of subscriber is mail subscriber. Okay, mail subscriber, and he implements the subscriber interface, right? Okay, Hey, this is wrong. Where is our subscriber? Hey, why didn't our interface appear? Didn't I make it a interface? Oh, it's iSubscriber. Sorry. STS attendance 0. you will come to STS when you know the benefits of it. Okay, so yeah, I have added iSubscriber as an interface. Okay, and okay, let me call him mail subscriber. Okay, so for mail subscriber, let me word wrap. So when you send a notification to a mail subscriber, what all should happen? Okay, so let me come back here and see the actual question. So when I send a mail, notification to a mail subscriber, it should show this many stuff, right? Let me copy that line and I'll keep it here for reference. Okay, so the first thing it shows, Satya also, hey, so many haters for STS. Wrong. Okay, so for notification, mail notification, the first thing it shows is the type of notification, right? SMS. Then it's the mail ID of the subscriber itself. And then it should say like published, that's a static word. And then the type, content type is this. And then this is the video name. Okay, so if I make it syntax wise, this is going to be, what is this? Subscriber type. Okay, and then you have destination ID, and then you have just the word published, and then you have content type. Okay, and then the actual content title. Fine. Okay, so now let's try to build it. So this content type and content title we are getting from the guy who is this from the publisher. We are actually essentially getting that value from the publisher, right? So the remaining stuff, right? The subscriber type and this destination ID, this will be stored within the mail subscriber because this is a property of that guy itself, like what type of subscriber I am and what is my mail ID, right? Those two details are my own, right? So it should be stored here only. So I'll create variables for that, right? So even if you see here, right? So for email subscriber, the type and destination are private variables inside the email subscriber itself, right? Okay, makes sense. Cool. So private string, what is that? So I'll create a subscriber type as an enum. Okay, and type. Okay, and one more is the string, which is the destination ID. Okay, so destination ID in this case is the email ID. Okay, and let me create this enum. So create enum and put it in the enums package. Okay, finish. And there are two types of subscribers, right? One is mail guy and another guy is push guy. Okay, two types. Fine. So now this is also done. Okay, so let me make them immutable. So always make your variables immutable. Good coding practice. Okay, so how do you make something immutable? Just mark it as final. Okay, so what does immutable means? Immutable means unchangeable. Nobody else can change it, right? So if you mark it as final, nobody else can change it. It can be injected only when you create the variable, right? So when you create this class, you add values to it. After that, you never change it. Now, how do you const? Does const work in Java? I'm sorry, I'm not aware of it. Okay, so let's go with basic Java. We'll come to const maybe when we learn JDK 21. Okay, so generate constructor using fields, and I have selected all the fields. If I go down, generate. Okay, so I actually made a constructor which people can send in the subscriber type and destination ID. Okay. No, okay, so Java doesn't have it. So Java has this var keyword. I haven't studied it very much. Maybe when I come to that, I'll understand that also, like const. So const is there in JavaScript, correct, but not in Java, apparently. Okay, fine. So let's move to this and let me print it. So I'll minimize this. And what should we print? Sys out. and it should print. First of all, I'll just copy this as it is. Okay. And what is this email? This email is going to be the subscriber type. Okay. And then this shibin@gmail.com is the, oops, by the way, this is not my mail ID. Please don't spam someone thinking that this is me. Okay, destination ID. And then published is static. And then this video is actually the content type, right? Content type. And then this observer design pattern is the title of the video, right? So it is going to be the content title. Okay, that's it. So with this, mail reveal kab karege bhai. You can see in my LinkedIn, it's already there. Okay, so this is done. So the main thing with the subscriber, what do you say, publisher subscriber is done. So we actually wrote in YouTube channel function that send notification whenever someone creates an item, right? So if I see the implementation of it, okay, so if I go to the open implementation, you see there is send notification, and whenever a new video is posted, it will automatically send notification. Okay, we'll test this and all. So for all current or future subscriber type, destination ID is email forever. No, that's why I marked it as destination ID. So for example, there might be a person who is subscribed for push notification. He might not have an email ID. It might be a device ID, right? Like a device code or something. Yeah. So if there is an SMS, subscriber. So as you mentioned, it will be a phone number for them if they subscribe through SMS notifications. So it's YouTube doesn't support it. I don't think nobody gets SMS when your favorite YouTuber creates content, right? So that is that. Someone asks, sir, I encountered a problem in VS Code. Can you please help me? Sure. You can DM me. There is the Discord channel of this, Discord link of this channel. You can go there and post your question. I can help you. Okay. Thank you. So if you see, we have completed the send notification part. Now we'll look into the get type and get destination. That is just getters. Okay. So I'll just create getters. So go to source and there is generate getters and setters. So I'll just have select getters. Okay, generate. Fine. So with that we finished those two also, get subscriber type and get destination ID, right? So those are these two functions. The name is little changing, but that's essentially what it is. Now with this same thing we can copy paste and create the push subscriber. Okay, so I'll just copy this guy, mail subscriber, paste it here, and when you paste it, ask what's the new class name. I'll just call it push subscriber, right? Okay, now let me go to push subscriber. So what all changes here? Let me word wrap. So here I just realized one thing. So you cannot, there is no point in injecting the subscriber type here, right? Because for a push, the value should always return, like this dot push, right? It's always going to return that the subscriber type is pushed, right? There is no point injecting it here. It became redundant because the push subscriber will always be of that type, right? So I'll remove this and I'll remove it from the constructor also. I don't know if Divya, that is what you asked initially, asking like for all current or future subscriber type destination is, oh no, that is not what you asked. Okay, so I'll save this. There is this, right? So I'll just call this function here. Okay, subscriber type, and I'll do the same thing here also in mail. This subscriber type is not needed. Okay, and this is also not needed. Okay, and whenever this is needed, I'll just call this function, and this function will always return subscriber type dot email. Mail, is it? Mail. Okay, so I think push subscriber has nothing else extra to be done. Everything else is the same, exact. Okay, so with this we have built the whole architecture. Now let's try to actually invoke the function. Okay, I will create a main function. So if you, where is main? Oh, sorry, class, main. I was looking for main there. Okay, so if you see the actual question asks that, where is it? I need to, actually pass commands like this, like subscribe, email. I have to actually type it in the stdin. But for now, we'll just do basic invocation, direct invocation, and see if it is working. Later, we will try to, emulate these commands. Okay. So the first command is subscribe email, right? So let me create a main function. Okay, in this main function, the first thing is subscribe, email, and then, so I need a subscriber, right? So I subscriber, sorry, I need a publisher to subscriber. So I publisher, okay, YouTube equals YouTube channel. I should actually say new YouTube channel. Okay. Why is it not? It's not formatting properly. Oh, now it is. Okay. Now first thing I'll do is YouTube dot subscribe, and then I have to pass in the subscriber actually, right? So let me create a subscriber for this guy. So I subscriber, and I will call this guy Shibin, right? Shibin equals to new, what kind of subscriber? Mail subscriber, and his email ID is shibin@gmail.com. Okay, fine. So now what are we going to do? We are going to subscribe Shibin to this channel called as Fastorial. Okay, is this code clear? Someone says OMG design patterns. Hi, I'm glad you like it. STS, yeah, STS. Please stop blaming STS. What did it do to you? Okay, so we created a channel, and then to it we subscribe this guy. Okay, then what is next? We have to subscribe Shibin's iPhone to Fastorial again. Okay, so let me comment this out. Okay, and let's create a subscriber. I'll call this Shibin mail. Okay, and I'll create one more subscriber for Shibin push. Okay, and this will be a push subscriber. Okay, and then I'll subscribe that guy also here. If I'm going too fast, just let me know. Okay, I'm just copy pasting stuff, so I'm doing it fast. Okay, so I created subscribe to Fastorial Shibin push. Okay, 2 people. Satya says you should do a video comparing STS and IntelliJ to show the power of STS. Yes. Do you GitHub the code at the end? Yes, I will be pushing it to GitHub. The GitHub link is there in the video description itself. The GitHub repo is actually empty now after completing this I'll push. Okay, fine. So that is done. So we have just subscribed now, right? What is the next thing we have to do? We have to publish a video, right? So I'll copy this. So who has to publish video? YouTube has to publish a video, right? So YouTube is publishing a, oops. What is the function called? Notify subscribers, right? So it is going to publish a video saying channel name. Channel name is Fastorial. And what is the other one? Content title and content type. Okay, so the content title is going to be this. Oops. And the content type is going to be content type dot video. Okay, so publish is done. Then there is one more publish for brain rot. Okay, so if I call this, I'll just copy the same thing. And to Fastorial, we are going to say that, oh sorry, not Fastorial, it's a different channel, right? The channel name is AI videos, and we are going to publish a video called brain rot part 1, and it is going to be a type of post. Okay, so with this we have kind of emulated everything programmatically. Satyam Singh says hi. Hi Satyam, welcome to the chat. Okay, so we completed everything, right? 1, 2, 3. Where is it? 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 commands are there. We completed all the 4 commands. Let's run it and see. Okay, so right click, run as Java application, and it failed miserably. What happened? Null pointer exception, map.get or default object. This dot channel map is null. Very good. Can you guys guess what happened? This is the error message. Where is it? Did you say STS or brain rot? No. Just concentrate on the lesson. Don't stop trolling STS. STS is good. Initialize. Yep, simple. You have to initialize this. I didn't initialize this. So new hash map. Okay. So I'll initialize this as a hash map. And let's run it again. Okay. So we got 2 messages saying shibin@gmail.com published video this, and I sent a mail. And for push also I put the mail ID as the push thing. I should have actually changed it to iPhone or something, right? What was it? Shibin iPhone. It's here. Let me change it. So the push subscribers device ID is the, ID is the device ID itself. So I got these 2. Okay, Shibin iPhone published video, observer design pattern. Okay, you should add a name variable too. So name of what, Divya? Okay, so one more thing while Divya replies. If you see here, it is actually showing output whenever subscribers are added also, right? So also similarly, if there are no subscriber, it kind of shows an error message also. So let's implement this also. So where are we adding subscribers? We are adding it to the channel, to YouTube, right? So I'll go there, and whenever a subscriber is added, I'll just put this message, sys out. Oops. And it's supposed to say subscriber added, and then it says email. So where do I get this email from? I get it from, so this is why we expose the get type, right? So subscriber itself. So subscriber.get. Oh, I didn't expose it in our interface, is it? Yeah, our interface is supposed to expose these 2 functions. I didn't write it here. Yeah, our interface is supposed to expose these 2. Okay, that was a mistake. Let me rectify it. Okay. Okay, the arrows went crazy again. Okay, anyway, so it's the interface is also supposed to expose it. Then only the callers can call that function, right? So the 2 functions are, where is it? These 2. This get subscriber type is one in iSubscriber, and the other one is get destination ID. Okay. Okay. So these things, if when you guys code, you'll know it, understand it automatically. So you should add a name variable to YT channel. It would be useful here. I still don't understand. You mean like in here, in the channel map? Here, like Fastorial -YT channel, something like that. You mean add a name to the channel, but okay, the thing here is this entity, right? This class doesn't represent just a channel, because channels are inside the channel map. So I shouldn't have named it as YouTube channel. I should have probably named it as just YouTube. This is the system, YouTube itself. Okay, so let me fix that. 1 second. Get subscriber type here, right? And let me add this stuff and then fix that. Oops. Okay, and the channel name. that message is done. Yes, then okay. Right. So I understand your confusion. So this should not be a channel itself. The channels are stored in this map, right? So this should be the whole YouTube system itself. Okay, this is YouTube itself. I just refactored it. Okay, so everywhere you'll see. So maybe now the main class will also make sense. So here, YouTube is the publisher itself, right? So YouTube system. And then I'm saying YouTube and then calling the subscribe function on YouTube for a specific channel. Okay, so at some point we would want Fastorial as a YT channel instead of a string. You mean an entity? Okay. Okay. So like maybe you need the subscriber count for Fastorial or like the subscriber list for Fastorial. That's why you're saying you need an entity for Fastorial itself, right? I think I understand it. Right. So I understand what both of you guys are saying. So we should probably store that in a different way here itself. We need to understand, kind of design a different data structure here, not a string to list of subscriber. It will then become list of channels itself, right? It will become a flat one layer architecture. So that channel will again inside have a list of subscribers, right? Makes sense? Okay, got it. Fine, maybe we'll do that. So I'll just mark it as to do and then homework. Try to do a list of channels and store the subscribers inside each channel. Okay. Yes, makes sense. Fine. Okay, so I wrote the system out println for the success message whenever a subscriber is added. Okay, so let's show a error message when there are no subscribers as well. Okay, so for that it will be in this notify subscriber, right? So if existing subscriber, if this list becomes empty, if existing subscribers equals null. Okay, so I'm going to do a little modification here. It will print this. Oops. Okay, and it will be an error system.error.println and I'll return, which means if this is null, I'll not do this iterating through the list and seeing subscribing to each people, sending notification to each people. Instead I'll return. But now according to this code, it will never become null because I'm always, if it is null, I'm getting a default of an empty array list. So I'll remove that logic. Okay, fine. So in according to this current code now, if there are no subscribers for a channel, this will become null. This existing subscriber variable will become null. And once that is null, it will print the error and return. It won't do anything. No notification will be sent after that. Okay. Fine, let me run the function again. Program again, and you can see we got all the expected messages. So first, excuse me, first it said subscriber added, 2 subscribers got added. And when video was posted, 2 messages were sent, notifications were sent to these people. And then we tried to post notification for this AI video channel, but there are no subscribers. So it just said an error. Okay. Okay, so with this part 1 is done. We try to, do everything using Java classes. So this is done. Next, we will try to write like a command line processor. Okay, we'll take a break. After that, we'll come and write a command line processor where it will read this input and then execute the functions accordingly, right? So it will read it from stdin and execute it. Okay, so homework is to switch to IntelliJ. No. Stay in STS and yeah. Okay, fine. So if you guys have questions, just a design pattern a day keeps many bugs away. True. So you guys read, either take a break or like watch back. If you guys had any questions noted down or something, just post it in the chat. After the break is done, I'll come back and explain. Okay, so I'll start a 10-minute timer for the break. Let's meet after the break. Fine. Thank you guys. See you. Thank you for saying nice PPT. Hello. Okay, so welcome back. Vagabond asks, do you post your schedule somewhere? So I don't post it anywhere, but I have been streaming for quite some time. I haven't been able to fix a date, time yet. But then I'm thinking to do it 10 p.m. every day now, every weekday at least, because I come from office a bit late. So 10 p.m. all weekdays. Okay, we can try. So if at all there is a stream, it will be on 10 p.m. at a week on a weekdays. Okay, so if you subscribe and hit the bell, you will get the notification in our schedule. Okay. Satyas, is this stream going to end again? No, it's not. Okay, the stream will run. I hope you guys can see me. Yeah, fine. Okay then, let's. Why is this so weird? Hello. Okay, so let's continue. Okay, if you guys have any other questions, just let me know. Okay, so you guys understand what we are going to do next. So next thing we have to do is, where is it? We are going to make it so that we are literally going to read these commands from the command line and then execute them. Okay, so how are we going to do that? So if you think about it, these are commands, right? What else is it? So we will design so this is kind of out of scope for the observer pattern itself. This is just to solve the problem, right? So if you guys came in for the observer pattern, you might as well leave because observer pattern is done. What we are going to do now is just convert this into whatever the question is asking. It's a problem statement that they gave, right? There to execute any kind of commands from the command line. So that's what we are going to do. Okay, so what I'll design is I'll create a command kind of interface where I can pass this command and then say execute, and then it will execute the command for me, right? So it will figure out what interface to call and stuff like that, and it will execute it. Okay, so that's what I'm going to do now. So first thing I'll design is an interface. Let me call an interface and I'll call it I command. Okay, and I'll put it into some CMD processor. Okay, I'll create a new package for it and I'll call it CMD processor. Okay, in here there will be just one function called execute. Okay, so whenever someone calls execute, that command is supposed to execute. Now how will I pass the command in here? In the initialization, when I initialize the class, I will pass the command in here. Okay, so that's my idea. So now let's create another new class and this we'll call as, so there are two types of commands we see here. There is a subscribe kind of command, there is a publish kind of command, right? So we'll create two classes for each. We'll create a subscribe command class and we'll create a publish command class. Okay, so subscribe command and it implements I command. Okay, finish, and let me write the code here. Okay, so subscribe command takes the command itself, so string command, and it will be private final string command, and I'll make it CMD because we have to keep calling this function variable multiple times, right? So I'll just call it CMD to make it simple. And in source there is this thing called generate constructor using fields. So I'll select all the fields and click generate. Okay, so anyone can invoke subscribe command and then pass the command. It will get set here. Now after this is set, what are the other things I need to do? From the subscribe command, let me copy this again so that I do not switch pages again and again. So this is how a subscribe command looks like, right? So there are four entities here. First is the word subscribe itself. Then there is this word called email, and then there is the actual email ID and email ID or device ID, anything. Okay, and then the channel name. Okay, so let me split it and store it into a separate variable. So I'll have a private string or like final string email ID. Okay, and then I'll have a private this is the email is the first thing, right? So that email is actually subscriber type. I'll call it subscriber type. And the second thing is email ID, right? So final string, the email ID we named it as destination ID, right? That is done. And the last thing is the channel name. So private final string channel name. Okay, we need not store the subscribe because it's automatically, if someone is calling this subscribe command class, they already know that we are going to subscribe, right? So there is no point storing this first command itself. Okay, fine. Now let's parse these items. First thing is we have to do normal string manipulation, like string splitting. Okay, and we'll split this into an array of 4 strings by space because they are space separated, right? So we'll do that. First thing is string commands. Okay, string array of commands actually called cmd dot split with a space. Okay, so now I have gotten 4 commands. Okay, so the first command is subscriber type, right? So if commands of 1, okay, because commands of 0 is subscribe, we don't care about this. We need to look into this second thing, right? So it is 0 index, right? So it will be this is 0, this is 1, this is 2, and this is 3. Okay, so commands of 1 dot equals email. Okay, I'll just make this thing, who is that guy, subscriber type, right? This dot subscriber type equals subscriber type dot email. Oops, is it mail? Okay, mail. Fine. So similarly, if it is not the case, I'll just make it push, or like push equals, I'd rather copy all of it and change this to push. Okay, so we have set the subscriber type. Now what is the next thing? Destination ID, right? So destination ID is at index 2. So let's simply do this dot destination ID equals commands of index 2. Done. Email ID set. What is next? Channel name, right? So this dot channel name equals commands of 3. Okay, fine. So with this we have initialized all the variables. Switch case, yeah, you can do switch case, but I just made it simple, just if else. Better to use switch case. Yeah, that is correct. Okay, fine, let's do that. Switch commands of 1. Okay, and then if case is email, what should happen? This, right? This, and break. If case is push, then I'll do this break. Okay, I'll remove these lines, and default I'll just throw new illegal argument exception. Oops, or argument exception, and say invalid subscriber type, and I'll print this. Okay, commands of 1, whatever that was. Okay, so I'll just throw an error if somebody is not inputting anything other than email or push. I'll just print this error. Okay, so with that, the subscribe command, we have reduced everything that we need to execute a subscribe command. Okay, now in the execute part, what are we going to do? We are going to first of all get our channel, right? We need the channel also, by the way, right? So I mean the YouTube system, we need the YouTube system, so we have to get that also from the constructor. So private final iPublisher, right? Publisher. So I'll say why this is. Okay, let me do that. And this dot publisher equals publisher. Okay, when we need this publisher is because only then we can call the execute command, right? So publisher dot this is subscribe, right? So subscribe call is what we are doing here. So subscribe channel name, and then we have the subscriber, right? So how are we going to get the subscriber? I subscriber, okay, equals you need to know what the type is, right? So what I'll do instead is I'll do it like this. I'll take these two and put it here, okay? And once we know the type, we can build the class, right? So I'll have the subscriber here, private final I subscriber, okay, and this dot subscriber equals new mail subscriber, right? Then I can pass in the email ID to him. Where is the email ID? Email ID is here, destination ID, okay? And similarly, if it was a push kind, I can pass the push in a push subscriber, okay? So now I can use this subscriber directly here, subscriber object directly here. Make sense? Okay, so I'll quickly go through what I did just now. Where there are warnings. Oh, we never use the subscriber type variable anywhere. Okay, then I'll just remove it. I'll remove this. We don't need these. Okay. We don't need to store this also anywhere, I see. So I'll just bring it here. Okay, so I just removed all the unwanted stuff. Fine. Okay, so in the end, this is what it is going to be. So publisher, we need a publisher, right, to publish the items. And then what are the other variables that we need to store? Those are these, okay? So whenever someone sends a subscribe command, they send the command, whatever the subscribe command is, and then they send us the publisher also. The publisher is the main system, which is going to publish the, notifications, okay? So from this command, we are going to parse the destination ID and channel name and the subscriber type, okay? So if you see here, the email or like the subscriber type is at argument 1, and then the destination ID is at argument 2, and then the channel name, YouTube channel name is at argument number 3, okay? So that is what we are doing here. We got the destination ID from 2, channel name from 3, and then based on whatever is the command, the first item, right? Like subscribe was the command, right? So that was the, email was the type, right? So that we got, and then based on that, we created a new subscriber object. Now, whenever someone calls execute, we simply say publisher.subscribe because this whole class was created to subscribe, okay? Okay. So with this, we have created a subscribe command processor, okay? Next, what we'll do is we'll create another processor for publish command, okay? So let me create that. New class, and this is going to be publish command, and I will extend our iCommand interface and finish, okay? Remove this, and we'll do similar things here also, okay? So what is the first thing we need to have to publish? So I'll copy this, paste it here. So for publish, we need the channel name and the video message and the type, okay? 3 items, okay? So here also we need the publisher because if we are going to publish a video, we need to have the publisher also, or like publish a notification, we need to have that also. So I'll have private final I publisher Okay, so this will be one item. What else did we have here? Destination ID, channel name, subscriber, right? So do we need that here? Let's see as we go on, whatever is needed, right? We'll keep adding them. So first thing is this dot, oops, not here. Where's my constructor? Public. Okay, so people are supposed to pass this along with the command. So command is mandatory, and we'll do this dot publisher equals publisher. Okay, you have to call super before it. Good coding practice. And what is the next thing we have to do? We have to parse these items, right? This whole thing we have to parse. So for parsing this, it is kind of having very crazy regex patterns and all, because there is double quote here. Also there are spaces here. So if I do a normal split, what will happen is it will split like this, Fastorial, and then after this it will be a split. After this it will be a split. Then after this again it will be a split. So it becomes like, instead of 4 commands, it becomes like 6 commands or something. That is not what we want, right? So to do that, we need to actually do a regex pattern based compilation. So I kind of copied that code. I'll just paste it here, right? Because it's just boilerplate to figure out all that. Okay. So pattern matcher, and this is the command we got, right? So I'll show you what is happening here. So I wrote an regex pattern, which is like, someone says publish, no, you see it starts with publish, and then there is some space, one or more space. This small s means space. Okay, then it says there can be one or more words, right? This capital S means negation of space, anything other than a space, right? Then again there could be multiple spaces. Then it says there could be a double quote, something starts with double quote. Again there could be a lot of words. This is space again, right? So after the double quote, the string comes in, and then again there's a space here. So that is the small s again, and then again there could be a word. The capital S is again a word. Okay, so this is kind of the regex pattern. So I'm not very expert in regex and all. So this is what I got built, and with that I am doing a pattern matcher, and then matcher.find will actually find matches for us. And after that, when you do matcher.group of 1, 2, 3, it will actually give us the items. Okay, so the items will be this Fastorial and then the actual name and this thing. So that will be the matcher.123. Okay, so what we'll do is we need a few items here, right? So we need the topic name and message. So for this we will need variables. Let me create them. So private final channel name. Okay, it's a string, and then I need the private final string content title. Okay, so whatever is the published content, its title I need. So this channel name is the topic name, and content title will be the message. Okay, so with that, those two are done. Now this, ignore this, I'll actually write it. So this is not notification category, this will be the content type as string. Okay, we'll do the switch case here also. So switch content type as string, and if it is a video, we will have an enum here. Okay, where is the enum? So content type equals new, content type, L should be null, null initially. Okay, and if it's video, I'll just say content type equals to content type dot video. Okay, and break. If it is post, I'll make this as content type dot post. Okay, and if it doesn't match either of that case, I'll just throw new illegal argument exception saying invalid content type. and print the content type itself. Okay, content type as string. Done. So from this, we got all of these values. Content type, we parsed everything. We parsed the channel name, the message, and the content type. Okay. Now, when it says execute, so what all do we need in the execute function? Okay, so I have the publisher, right? So publisher dot, it's this notify subscribers function, right? So when I call this notify subscriber, it takes the channel name, content title, and what is this last argument? It's the content type itself, right? So I need to have this content type in my global variable. Okay, let me do that. Private final content type. Okay, so this dot content type is that, this dot. Okay, and then we'll pass the content type here. I hope everything is done. Everything is done. Okay, so let me recap. Exit pattern. I don't know what is exit pattern actually. I think it's a design pattern, right? But I am not aware of it. Can you elaborate what is exit pattern? Okay, so I'll explain what this is meanwhile. So we are now writing a class which will handle anyone who calls this publish function. Okay, so the publish function gives us the channel name, the title of the video, and then the content type. So this could be a title of a video or a post. Okay, and the content type could be either video or post. So we have to store all those variables that are coming in. Okay, and we have to create variables to store it, and then whenever someone calls a publish command, they are supposed to give the command and the publisher itself. Okay, and what we do is we initialize the publisher, the local publisher, and this pattern matching is done so that this weird string is there, right, with double quotes and all in between, that can be handled. Okay, so I'll just write it here. We are using this pattern matcher to handle the weird quotes and spaces in the content title of the command. Okay, so that is why we did this part. Okay, and then we are parsing the given input and then finding 1 2 3 all of the values from it. Okay, we parsed and got all these values, and then what we are doing is, based on content type, we are setting, the string content type, we are setting the content type that needs to be created for the notification. Okay, if there is some error, we just throw an illegal argument exception saying that the content type is invalid. Fine, and that's it. So Satya says, question asked to say goodbye when someone says exit. Your rejects does not handle that. Okay, so that is another command. Okay, so the last command which we want is exit command. Where is this one? So exit command is also a command type, if you see, right? So what I'll do is, we can easily simply do, if we are running a while loop or something, we can exit. But just because we are using an interface, we will create one for that also. So I'll call it exit command, because we have a publish command, subscribe command, and this will be the exit command. Okay, I command interface. Okay, and to this interface, I need not do anything. If somebody calls exit command dot execute, it will simply do system dot exit of 0. That's it. Okay, it will just end the program. Fine. Okay, so you are saying your regex doesn't handle that, right? Because my regex is parsing this command only. When the exit command comes, it will becomes a different command at all. Okay, so when I write it in the main function, you'll understand. Okay, just hold on 2 minutes. Okay, now we go to main function. Where is main? Okay, so let me cut all this and keep it like backup. Okay, so in here, what do we need first? We have to keep listening for arguments, right? For that, what do we need? The scanner. Oh, it is supposed to print goodbye, is it? Yeah, good catch. So I'll write that also in our exit command. This out. Right. So when it exits, it's supposed to say goodbye and then exit. Okay. Good. Thank you. Okay. So in main, what I'll do is I'll keep listening for comments. And what do we need for that? We need a scanner. Scanner in equal to new scanner of system dot in. Okay. Okay. And in the end, we have to do in dot close. Okay. And in between, what should we do in between? So I will run a while loop. Okay. While true. And while true, what I do is, so I have to put this in a finally block. I'll take care of what is a resource leaking later. Okay, let's just write the function now. So while true, what I'll do is I'll do string command equals in dot read line. Oops, in dot next line, right? In dot next line. So I am reading the next line that the user is passing in the string. Okay, and then what I do is if cmd dot starts with what is the first type? Subscribe. Okay, so if it starts with subscribe, then what I do, I create a I command. So I'll have this command line here itself. I command executor. Okay, so I'll do command executor equals new. What command is this? Subscribe command. Subscribe command, and I have to pass the command, and I have to pass the publisher also. Okay, so I didn't create the publisher yet, so let me create him as well. So publisher YouTube, it's iPublisher. Okay, equals new YouTube. Okay. Okay, so I have to pass these two variables. Okay, so just now we wrote the subscribe command, remember? So for subscribe command, we have to pass the command and the publisher itself. Fine. Next, else if cmd dot starts with, what is the next type? Publish. So if the command starts with publish, then my command executor will become publish command. Okay, publish command. Okay, and the last is the else case. I'll just say if that doesn't happen, I'll command executor will be my exit command. Okay, and exit command doesn't take any argument. It doesn't need to know about anything. Okay, and in the end, so once I set my command executor, I just call it. Okay, command executor dot execute. Okay, and this will keep running in the while loop forever. So unless I type exit or some invalid command or something, it will keep running and asking me for the next commands. Okay, so now I think this is pretty much it. We have completed what they have asked. There is in dot close, right? I'll do that later. Okay, so ignore me, don't do this in production, but just because we are focusing on the code, I'll just ignore it for now and let me run the main function. So is there something that has to, there is no input in the beginning, right? So let me run it. Right click, run as Java application. Where is it? So the application is running. It's not showing anything, but you see, if you see stop button, it means that it's running. Okay, and it is waiting for my input. So let me paste this first thing here. Okay, paste, enter. So you see, you got a message saying subscriber added. Okay, next, let me take the next command, subscribe push, and paste it, enter. So it says subscriber added for push Shiban iPhone, done. Okay, what is the next thing? We have a publish command, copy, paste, enter, and you see you got two messages, mail push, mail got sent and the push got sent to Shiban. Okay, so you see you got these two notifications. And what is the last command? Publish AI videos, paste, enter, and it says no subscribers for channel AI videos, right? So that is the message that you see here as well. Okay, and the last thing is exit. Let me exit, and it says goodbye, and you see the stop button is gone, which means it's already stopped. Okay, the program exited, done. So Satya says, but in this case, even one invalid input will crash the app. Correct. That is correct. So in this case, it will crash the app. So to handle your case, that's actually a nice question. What I'll do is I'll do a small change. So I'll demonstrate what Satya said. Okay. So instead of doing subscribe or publish, I just write some random word, right? So it just says goodbye and exits, because my condition is like that, right? So if the command doesn't start with subscribe or publish, I'm simply exiting, right? So that shouldn't happen. It's not good also. What we'll do instead is we will have else if, and if command dot starts with exit, only then do this. Okay. Else I'll just print saying sysout invalid command, try again. Okay. And then I will continue the loop. Okay, fine. So this makes sense. So now what happens is, if I run it and if I go to my console and type some random, it just says invalid command, try again. Okay, if I type something again, it just says invalid command, try again. Okay, so if I do actual subscribe, it is supposed to show subscriber error. Okay, and if I do actual exit now, it will exit also. Cool. So with this, our observer design pattern is complete. Okay, so we took how much time? 1 hour 45 minutes. That's the record. I thought it'll take 2 hours. So if you guys have any questions, post it in the chat and let's wrap it up. Okay, yeah, you guys post it in the chat. Meanwhile, I'll just do some final cleanups and push this to GitHub. Okay, the GitHub link is in the video descriptions. You can go and check it out there. So for the scanner, nice stream, Shibin. Good work. Thank you, Satya. Thank you for helping me with the refining the question and stuff. Okay. Why is there no git ignore? Git in it. Yeah, git in it. I'm not very good at remembering commands. Okay. Beautiful. Okay, I have pushed the code. You guys can go fetch it from here. Okay, where is it? Here we have. So we have done only observer. Okay, so we will continue with the remaining patterns in the upcoming streams. Okay, so thank you all. Thank you for joining and staying till now. See you guys in the next stream, probably tomorrow. Okay, bye bye. Have a good night.